How we're going to be building this is with a panettone, an Italian sweetbread. I recommend just going with a plain flavored raisin-based panettone. You don't have to go crazy spending tons of money on it. Just get, your most basic Italian panettone you can find. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut the panettone into slices, into rounds here. Just very gently. Panettone naturally is very gummy. You can see that right there. That's how I just squish that all together. It turns into a little ball of, look at that. So if we put, any kind of liquid on this and we don't harden it and toast it, number one, we're not going to get excellent flavor. And number two, this is just going to get all soupy at the bottom of your trifle. Not a good thing. And what I'm going to do is cut these rounds now in 4 quarters, okay? And the reason I'm cutting them into 4 quarters is so that it's easy to scoop the trifle out once we finish making it. And this is going to go perfectly into my little trifle bowl. You're going to need the juice of 2 full lemons, a half a cup of granulated sugar, a half a cup of creamy limoncello, and 1 cup of water. And then these lemons that I sliced are 2 full lemons cut into halves and sliced as thinly as possible. We're going to get this on the fire and making this. This is our limoncello syrup, kind of coming to a boil right now. Oh my God, it smells divine. The lemons that we cut actually also flavored the syrup even more. And I can't even begin to tell you how amazing it smells. So we're going to let these rest and then get building our fruit component, which is going to be the raspberries. All the way underneath these. Spit those out as well. And then we're going to add half a cup of granulated sugar and a half a cup of just fresh regular water. Okay. Just mash them all up. Okay, and then we're going to just let this cook. And you just have to watch over it, make sure it doesn't burn, and then it's just cooking beautifully and thickening, okay? And this will take, like I said, a good half hour. So we're going to let the raspberry coulis kind of come together. And as that's cooking on the fire, we're actually going to make the custard as well. We're now going to get making the custard layer of the trifle. And for that, we're going to need 6 egg yolks. I'm going to pour into this bowl here. We're going to add half a cup of sugar. And we're just going to beat this into the egg. Once that's all done, we're going to add the other half a cup of limoncello a bit at a time. On a double boiler here, I'm actually just whisking that mixture that we had. And we're just going to keep on whisking it and stirring it around until it forms a custard. And you just have to be careful that it doesn't burn and that it gets nice and creamy. The eggs will cook, the sugar will cook, and you get this beautiful custard. Okay, this is good. This is the thickness we want. We're going to take this off the fire and just let it cool. The last layer we're going to make for our limoncello lemon raspberry trifle is the mascarpone layer. And so I'm just going to get a tub of mascarpone and just put it into, you can put it into your blender. I'm obviously just using my Thermomix. Just going to put it in, all in. The other thing we're going to do is add the zest of 2 lemons. That's stuck at the bottom there, so let's put them all in. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of icing sugar. You want to make sure you use icing sugar and not granulated because it won't blend as nicely into the mascarpone. And then we're going to put the juice of 1 full lemon in here. If you're at home and you're using a mixer, just make sure you start on low so you don't get the splatter. And then obviously get it nice and fluffy and mix it up everything. And that's going to be our beautiful mascarpone cream layer. Our raspberry coulis has finished cooking. It's taken about a good half hour for it to kind of reduce to this really quite thickened state that you can see there. And what I'm going to do now is just remove all of the seeds. So we have our panettone that is going to be sitting out and hardening overnight. We have that beautiful limoncello syrup that we made. We have the beautiful lemon custard. We have the raspberry coulis that we took out all the seeds from, and then we have our mascarpone. All of these items are going to stay in the fridge overnight, while the panettone is getting hard, and then we toast it. So I like to make this usually a couple of days before Christmas so that everything sets and everything's prepped and it's ready to go. So we're going to catch you tomorrow on the flip side, and we'll bring this all together and put it into the trifle.